city, same tired faces in the glass. We call it living, but it barely lasts. Wake up, work, disappear, repeat it like it's holy here. But nothing ever feels like mine, just borrowed time. Every screen is selling comfort, every voice is selling fear. Every dream has been designed to keep us here. And I don't think we notice how quiet we've become, moving like we're guided, but never knowing what we've done. This is a static world. We are running on repeat, hearts beating like machines that forgot how to feel. This is a static world, beautiful but fake, and something underneath it all is starting to wake. Starting to wake. Everything has a price now, even breathing feels the same. We are building all these futures just to escape the pain. Houses made of pressure, cars made of escape. We keep chasing something missing that we cannot name. But I don't want it, the ladder or the crown. I don't wanna keep on moving when everything is slowing down. And in the silence underneath it, I can hear it start to break. Like the world is made of glass, and we are all awake too late. This is a static world, spinning but not alive. We are screaming into systems that were built to survive. This is a static world, but I can feel the shift, like something real is rising through the cracks of it. If this is life, why does it feel like waiting? This is a static world, but it cannot stay this way. There is something underneath the noise that refuses to decay. This is a static world, but I hear the change begin, like the first breath of something real trying to get in. And I stay awake. Everything has a price now. Even silence feels expensive. I wake up to pressure before my eyes adjust to light. Another day already taken before it feels like mine. Time is always moving, but I'm never catching up. Just trading pieces of myself to fill a cup that never fills up. They call it opportunity, but it feels like wait. Like every choice I make comes already too late. And I try to stay steady, but something pulls me down. Like the world is built on motion and I'm stuck in the sound. This is a priced existence. Nothing here is free. Even rest feels rented. Even air comes with a fee. This is a priced existence. We are nobody is really here. We're just trying not to die. Smiles made of exhaustion, hope made of delay. We keep calling it survival, but it takes more than it gives away. Inflation in the body, stress inside the bone. We are building all these futures out of things we don't own. And I don't know how it happened, but it's normal now to break, to function while you're falling and call it doing okay. And there's no real escape here, just different kinds of pain. Same system, different city, same cycle, different name. This is a priced existence, and I can feel it in my chest. Like everything I'm holding is already second guessed. This is a priced existence we are paying to exist, and the cost is not just money, it's everything we miss. Maybe life was never meant to feel like this much weight. Something in me stays, a quiet kind of resistance that won't fade away. Everything has a price, but I am still here. You don't need this. None of it ever did. They keep building reasons for you to feel incomplete, like emptiness is normal and hunger is defeat. Bigger numbers on a screen, cleaner version of your life, sharper edges on a dream that cuts you every night. And I used to follow it like it meant something true, until I realized the wanting was the thing that made me lose. And something shifts inside me, not loud, not fast, but deep, like the system loses grip on what it made me believe. You don't need this, not the house, not the name, not the race. You don't need this, not the image they put on your face. You don't need this, all the noise that tells you more. You don't need this, it's just a locked and broken door. People build their cages with their own two hands, calling it ambition, calling it a plan. But every step upward felt like losing ground, like the higher that you climb, the less you are allowed. And I'm not above them, I'm just tired of the chase, of trying to become someone I was never meant to erase. And there's a quiet violence and finally letting go, like the world goes on screaming, but you already know. You don't need this, it was never really yours to begin. You don't need this, it was only ever skin over skin. You don't need this, every voice that tells you be more. You don't need this, it's just a system asking you to be poor and sore. What if enough there's not an end, but the first moment you start to breathe again. You don't need this, and I can feel it breaking through. You don't need this, it was never really you. You don't need this, and I won't say it twice, because once you see it clearly, you can't go back to that life. You don't need this, and now I know. I can feel it under the skin, even when I don't want to. There are versions of me that don't speak, they just sit in the corners of my mind, waiting for something small to pull them back in time. I learned how to function through it, how to smile through the weight, how to call it normal when it never felt that way. And silence has a texture I recognize too well. It's the sound of holding everything you were never meant to tell. And I thought it was over, but it only changed its shape. It didn't leave my body, it just learned how to stay. This is where I fracture, not in one clean break, but in every small moment I learned to fake. This is where I fracture, and it runs through everything I am, like a quiet repetition I don't understand. There are rooms inside my memory I don't open anymore, but they still have the lighting from what happened before. And I can feel it in my breathing when things get too still, like the past is just a shadow that never learned to heal. I don't call it trauma, I just call it me, because it's easier than naming what it used to be. And I don't need saving, I just need it to be seen, that not everything that's broken looks like breaking clean. This is where I fracture in ways no one can trace, where the past keeps its fingerprint on my face. This is where I fracture, but I'm still standing here, not whole, not lost, just carrying what doesn't disappear. Maybe healing isn't fixing, maybe it's learning how to live without pretending the damage never existed within. This is where I fracture, but I don't fall away. I just learn how to exist in what remains. This is where I fracture, but I am still mine, even in the broken places. Over time, I am still here in every piece. Don't get too close. I don't stay the same when you do. I don't open up like they expect me to. It feels safer in the distance I keep. So I build quiet exits in every room. Before anyone gets too deep, I say I want connection, but I hesitate at the edge, like something in my system doesn't trust what love has meant. And it's not that I don't feel it, it's just harder to receive when every kind of closeness feels like something leaves. And I see it in their silence when they don't know what to do. And I pull them a little closer, then disappear right through. I'm hard to love, not because I don't need it, but because I learned too early how love can leave without warning. I'm hard to love, and I don't say it with pride. It's just the way I learned to survive on the inside. I overthink the moments after everyone is gone, trying to find the fracture where I might have gone wrong. Sometimes I go too distant, sometimes I go too sharp. It's not a tactic, it's just a guarded heart. And I wish I could explain it without creating space, but even when I'm honest, I still hesitate. And maybe love was never meant to feel like losing ground, but I don't know how to hold it without letting it fall down. I'm hard to love, but I'm still reaching through it, even when the parts of me don't know how to do it. I'm hard to love, but I'm not going inside, just someone learning how to stay without hiding. I don't wanna push people away, I just don't know how to stay close without expecting it to break. I'm hard to love, but I am still here trying, even when something in me keeps quietly dividing. I'm hard to love, but I'm still in the light, learning how to be held without disappearing inside. Don't mistake my distance for not wanting to be found. I stopped holding everything, and nothing demanded to be held back. I used to think survival meant carrying the weight of every unanswered question I couldn't escape. Like if I held it long enough, it would turn into control. But it only turned into noise inside my soul. So I started letting pieces fall where they may, and nothing fell apart the way I feared they would stay. Just space where pressure used to live, like something in me finally learned how to forgive. And I don't know when it happened, but the fight went quiet. Not because I wanted, but because I stopped trying to survive it. I am here with empty hands, no more grip on what was never mine, no more chasing broken meaning It feels like something heavier has finally been crossed. I don't need to rebuild it, I don't need to explain, I don't need to turn my breaking into something with a name. There's a softness in the absence of everything I chased, like identity was never a thing I had to save. And the parts of me that fractured don't ask to be restored, they just exist in quiet without asking for more. And maybe healing isn't movement, maybe it's standing still long enough to notice you were never what you tried to fill. I am here with empty hands, and for the first time I don't resist. There's nothing left to prove now in the space that exists. I am here with empty hands, and the silence feels like air. Not absence, but presence that was always there. I thought I was losing everything, but I was only losing the way. Anything other than what remains when everything is done. Empty hands, still here, still enough. It's quieter than I remember. I thought something would change here, but nothing is asking me to change. No pressure in the air, no direction in my name, just space between thoughts that don't need to continue. I can feel my body again, without bracing for impact. There is no system in this moment, no weight behind the silence. I am not becoming anything, I am just here. I used to think peace would feel like escape, but it feels like staying without running from myself. Nothing is chasing me now, not even me. I'm still here, and nothing is pulling me out of it. I don't rush through everything anymore like I used to, trying to outrun my own thoughts just to feel okay. Now even small moments don't feel like obstacles, they just happen and I stay inside them. A light on the wall, a quiet room, a breath that doesn't spiral into something I can't control. And I don't know when it shifted, but leaving stopped feeling necessary, like I don't have to disappear. Every time something gets heavy, I'm learning to stay without turning away from myself, without turning every feeling into something else. just present in whatever this is. I used to think peace would feel like arrival, like becoming someone untouched by what they survive. But it's not that at all, it's quieter than that. Just less resistance in the way I exist. And I don't need to name it or make it mean more. I just notice I'm still here when I would've left before. And sometimes the past still echoes, but it doesn't pull me under like it used to do when everything was thunder. I'm learning to stay, even when it feels unfamiliar, even when my mind tries to make it harder. I'm learning to stay without turning it into a fight, just letting it be simple for the first time in my life. Maybe nothing was broken in the way I thought it was. Maybe I just never stayed long enough to notice what was enough. I'm learning to stay, and it doesn't feel like effort anymore, just a quiet kind of presence I didn't know before. I'm learning to stay, and that might be all it takes to not run from myself every time something breaks. I'm still here, and I'm not leaving. I used to think everything had to end cleanly. Like closure was a place I could finally arrive at, where nothing still hurt and nothing came back. But nothing ever finished, it just changed its shape and waited underneath time for another day. So I stopped reaching for answers that were never coming through, and let the unfinished parts stay too. And nothing got better, nothing got worse, it just kept existing without a purpose. I don't need to end anything, not the pain, not the past, not the noise in my head. I don't need to end anything, even if it never gets said. I don't need to end anything, even if it never resolves. It just keeps moving forward while everything dissolves. There's a strange kind of honesty in letting it remain, not trying to fix the shape of it or give it a name. Some things don't heal, they just lose their demand to be understood or planned. And I stopped pretending there was something to complete when everything I carried was still underneath me. And maybe nothing was waiting to be made whole again. Maybe it was just continuing without beginning or end. I don't need to end anything, not myself, not the way that I feel. I don't need to end anything to make it real. I don't need to end anything, even if it stays unresolved. It just becomes part of everything that doesn't dissolve. I thought letting go would feel like relief, but it just feels like noticing it never leaves. I don't need to end anything, and that doesn't make it right. It just means I stop fighting what's already inside. I don't need to end anything, and nothing is repaired. It just continues quietly because it's still there. It doesn't end, it just stays. Nothing follows this. Time continues without instruction. I don't assign it anything anymore. Even thought arrives and leaves without weight. There is no meaning forming here. There is only what happens, and then what follows it. After the static, nothing explains itself. After the static, nothing resolves. After the static, there is no shift, only continuation. I notice less, but not because it is gone, because I stopped translating it. I thought silence would feel like peace, but it doesn't feel like anything. It just stays. After the static, there is no message. After the static, there is no end point. After the static, there is only this. Still here, not more, not less, just here. Something is still here, even after everything stopped. It doesn't speak, but it reacts. Like the silence is not empty anymore, just unfinished. I can feel awareness returning without asking permission. But it doesn't form into thought, it just exists as pressure. A signal with no source, moving through the quiet. A signal with no source, not becoming anything. A signal with no source, and I cannot turn it off. It feels like noticing itself inside what is already still. I thought silence meant absence. but something kept responding. A signal with no source, not arriving, not leaving. A signal with no source, inside everything remaining. A signal with no source, and it never resolves. Still here, but not alone. Something is still here, even after everything stopped. It doesn't speak, but it reacts, like the silence is not empty anymore, just unfinished. I can feel awareness returning without asking permission, but it doesn't form into thought, it just exists as pressure. A signal with no source, moving through the quiet. A signal with no source, not becoming anything. A signal with no source, and I cannot turn it off. It feels like noticing itself inside what is already still. I thought silence meant absence, but something kept responding. A signal with no source, not arriving, not leaving. A signal with no source, inside everything remaining. A signal with no source, and it never resolves. Still here, but not alone. I stopped waiting for it to make sense. Nothing arrives to complete it. Nothing steps in to explain. It just continues, no shape forming behind it, no final version appearing, only what is happening, and then what follows it. And the absence of answers doesn't ask anything of me anymore. It just stays where it is. It doesn't resolve, and nothing breaks because of it. It doesn't resolve, and nothing needs to. It doesn't resolve, and I don't move away from it. There are moments that pass without becoming meaning. They don't need translation, they don't become symbols, they just go through, and I don't hold them after. I don't turn them into anything. Maybe nothing was meant to finish. Maybe nothing was meant to arrive. Maybe it was only ever this continuing. It doesn't resolve, and that is the condition. It doesn't resolve, and I remain inside it. It doesn't resolve, and I am not I thought something would eventually conclude, but it only ever changed form. All there is. Still here. Still continuing. I stopped waiting for it to make sense. Nothing arrives to complete it. Nothing steps in to explain. It just continues. No shape forming behind it. No final version appearing. Only what is happening and then what follows it. And the absence of answers doesn't ask anything of me anymore. It just stays where it is. It doesn't resolve, and nothing breaks because of it. It doesn't resolve, and nothing needs to. It doesn't resolve, and I don't move away from it. There are moments that pass without becoming meaning. They don't need translation. They don't become symbols. They just go through, and I don't hold them after. I don't turn them into anything. Maybe nothing was meant to finish. Maybe nothing was meant to arrive. Maybe it was only ever this continuing. It doesn't resolve, and that is the condition. It doesn't resolve, and I remain inside it. It doesn't resolve, and I am not waiting anymore. I thought something would eventually conclude, but it only ever changed form. Still here, still continuing. Nothing followed the ending. they still move forward without reference to what came before. No conclusion formed, no shape stayed behind, just continuation without explanation. And nothing is assigned to it now, not meaning, not direction, not weight. What comes after is still happening. What comes after does not resolve. What comes after does not change anything. Things appear and then they pass, sound, light, thought. None of it requires interpretation, and I don't add anything to it anymore. Maybe it was never divided into before or after. Maybe it was only ever this moving. What comes after is not an answer. What comes after is not different. What comes after is just this. I thought there would be a moment where everything became clear, but there wasn't. What comes after doesn't conclude. What comes after continues. What comes after still here. Still here. Still moving. Still. Still.